Hi, thanks for joining us on this demo of Mac Stadium's Orka product. Orka provides virtualization and orchestration of Mac OS resources across a cluster of Apple Mac nodes. In today's demo, you'll see two key things. First, the Orka 3 CLI, which is used to interface with the cluster, and then a CI system, in this case Jenkins, kicking off jobs and making use of the cluster resources. Let's get started. We'll start off in the Orka 3 CLI. There are three main objects that we'll interface with: the physical nodes, which house the compute and memory resources, the VMs, which are the runtimes that are currently active, and the images, which are the templates we use to start the VMs. All right, let's start off by listing the nodes that are currently active in the cluster. And here we see 11 nodes. About half of them are Apple Silicon in the mini form factor, one in the Studio, and then the remainder are Intel. Note that on these nodes, we can see some of the CPU and memory is not available because it's currently being used. So let's take a look now at some of the VMs that are currently running that are consuming those CPU and memory resources. Here, we see two VMs that are active. Each is accessible on a specific SSH, VNC, and screen share. And the different images we can see that were used to create these VMs. Now, let's take a look at all the images that are available, and we'll quickly spin up a new VM based on a Ventura image that has a 90 gig hard disk allocation to it. And within a few seconds, our VM is up and running and available on SSH or screen share for us to log into. Let's go log in via screen share and take a look at the instance. We'll enter the IP and the port and log in with the admin default. Now we're at the login screen. We can log into the instance remotely and go ahead and configure it how we'd like. For example, launching Safari, going to our developer.apple.com portal page and logging in so we can download some software. Back at the CLI, let's just run one more command to take a look at the running VMs. We use this -o wide parameter to see all these additional details, and here we can see that image running. All right, the other thing we wanted to show is Jenkins or any other CI build farm integrating. And here I'm kicking off a few builds to be scheduled through our CI system. We can see those in the Jenkins dashboard there are queued, and once those start to move into the executor status and we run on Orka the VM list, we'll start to see some of these new resources, new images being deployed, new VMs being deployed based on those images. And here we see some VMs running based on the Jenkins Brew Xcode image. Some of them running on Studios, others on Mini, taking advantage of the compute resources that are needed.